guys, this is Cal from Mat Pilates, and today in part 5 we'll be reintroducing some of our exercises. This is especially important to warm up the body and to keep working those abdominals, but in particular we're going to introduce the bridge and those bridge exercises that really help with pelvic and hip stability, central alignment and balance. So off we go. So we're going to sit down with our feet hip width apart, sitting nice and tall on the center of the sit bone, so really try and have a nice straight extension in the spine, reaching out through the top of the head and relaxing those shoulders. From here we're going to take the arms out in front, palms facing each other. Again, draw that belly button in towards the back of the spine, and then inhale through the nose. And then on the exhalation, we're going to tuck the tailbone in, scoop in the deep abdominals, and slowly come all the way down. Once we're down, we're just going to adjust our hair or head and neck if we need to. We're going to bend the knees a little bit more so that the pelvic floor and the spine is in a nice neutral. The arms are by the side, the palms are facing down, and you're looking up towards the ceiling. We're just going to curl the tailbone up towards the ceiling as the back imprints into the mat. So I haven't lifted my hips up, I'm lifting my tailbone. From here, I'm going to turn the tailbone so it comes down into the mat, making a nice arch in my back. From here, I'm going to tilt upwards again, tilting that tailbone up towards the ceiling, imprinting my back into the mat. And then I'm going to take my tailbone down towards the mat, making an arch in the back. So if you keep doing this, tilting up and down, you're not only lubricating the lower back, getting it ready for the rest of the exercises, but this should also help you find your neutral. Now your neutral is somewhere in the middle between tilting that tailbone up towards the ceiling and tilting it down towards the mat. So try and find a middle ground with your tailbone, and from here your spine should be fairly straight depending on the shape of your body. It could imprint more into the mat, or you could find that you have an arch. But the key here is to make sure that you've got equal weighting between your front abdominal muscles and your back abdominal muscles. From here, you're going to engage the pelvic floor. So you're going to imagine that there's a belt around your hips, and you're just going to tighten that belt up a notch or two. As your hips feel like they're drawing towards each other, you'll feel a contraction in the abdominals. From here, you're going to inhale. And then on the exhalation, you're going to sink the deep abdominals down towards the mat behind you. Just do this a few more times. As you sink the deep abdominals into the mat behind you, you'll also be contracting those abdominals with every exhalation. From here, we're going to go into a bridge. So bring those heels closer up to the bottom or directly underneath the knees. Feet are still hip width apart. So for the bridge, we're going to inhale. On the exhalation, you're going to curl the tailbone and then lift those hips as you peel the spine vertebrae by vertebrae off the mat. You're lifting those hips up as you're reaching out through the knees. Now the ribs are relaxed. They're not pointing up towards the ceiling like this. They're relaxed and in a nice diagonal from the ribs to the hips to the knees. You're lengthening out through the knees and you're feeling the weight of the body on the heels of the feet. From here, you inhale. And then on the exhalation, you soften the chest bone first and you come all the way down, vertebrae by vertebrae. rounding that back, using the front abdominal muscles to control that movement as you come down. Once you're down, we'll go again. So we inhale. We exhale as we start by curling the tailbone up towards the ceiling, which imprints the back into the mat. We start to lift those hips, and then vertebrae by vertebrae, with control, staying centered, you peel the spine up off the mat, lengthening out through the knees, lifting up those hips. Inhale. And exhale as you soften the chest bone and come down vertebrae by vertebrae. You're starting off by rolling down from the upper back to the mid back, and the lower back is the last thing on the mat. And we'll go again. Inhale. Exhale. Sink in the deep abdominals, curl that tailbone up. Lift the hips, use those abdominals to control that movement, peeling the spine vertebrae by vertebrae up off the mat, lifting those hips, lengthening out through the knees. Inhale, exhale, and slowly, with control, soften the chest bone, stay centered as you lower that spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae, until the hips and the tailbone is the last thing on the mat. From here we're going to do hip dips. So we're going to go up into our bridge again. We inhale. We exhale as we curl that tailbone, lift those hips and peel the spine vertebrae by vertebrae off the mat. Lengthening out through the knees, those hips are high up, lifting up towards the ceiling. Now you're going to imagine that you've got two pockets either side of your hips and they're full of sand. Now you're going to dip just the left hip down, keeping the right hip up. So you're going to tip that pocket down, spilling the sand out of the pocket. And then you lift that hip up, level it up with the right hip. And now you're going to dip the right hip, spilling the sand out of the pocket. Try and keep those knees nice and still. Lift up, level up, lift those hips, keep those ribs relaxed. And now dip the left hip again, spilling the sand out of that pocket. And go again. Lifting, leveling up, and then just dip those hips. Just dip that hip. So not moving anything else but the hips. And keep going. Spilling the sand out of each pocket. Last one. Lift up, level up, inhale. Exhale and slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, come down onto the mat. Nice and easy. From here, bring the knees up towards the chest and just rock from side to side, gently massaging the back. From here, we're going to place the feet one by one back down on the mat. Have those feet hip width apart. Place the arms by the side, palms facing down. We're going to go into our hundreds to warm up the body. So from here we inhale, we exhale as we sink the deep abdominals and take the left leg into tabletop. Inhale, exhale, sink the deep abdominals and take the right hip into tabletop. Now you can keep the knees bent. We inhale, we exhale as we lift the arms, relax the shoulders. Inhale again. Exhale, chin towards chest as you peel the upper body off the mat just as far as the tips of the shoulder blades and reach the arms forward. From here, you're going to extend the legs up towards the ceiling. Now, if you want more of a challenge, you can lower the legs as far as possible down towards the mat without changing the shape of the back. From here, we're going to inhale as we pulse for 5 and exhale as we pulse for 5. Easy breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. As we do this, we sink the deep abdominals with every exhalation. So you could actually probably see those abdominals sinking with every exhalation in the breath. Halfway there. Now keep those hips nice and still. This exercise is just as much about optimizing the breath as you inhale for 5 pulses and exhale for 5 pulses, as it is for warming up the body. From here, bring those knees up towards the chest, head down and rock from side to side. From here now, we're going to have the hands on the knees close to the chest. We're going to inhale. On the exhalation, we're going to bring the chin towards the chest and we'll lift the upper body. From here, we're going to place the right hand on the left knee and the left hand on the left ankle. And then we're going to extend the right leg out. Have the elbows wide and have that right foot kind of either head level or just above. We're going to go into our single leg stretch. So draw that belly button in, and now you're going to swap the legs. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and extending that leg, 3, 2, and 1. Bring those knees together, head down, and just rock from side to side. Oh, you should feel it in the abdominals now. From here, we're going to bring those knees up into tabletop, hands on knees, and then we're going to stir those femurs around their hip sockets. And change direction. And then bring those knees together and bring them back up towards the chest, hands on knees. We're going to go into double leg stretch now. So we inhale. We exhale as we bring that chin towards the chest and we lift the upper body. From here, we're going to place the hands on the ankles. And then we're going to extend those legs as we extend the arms. We rotate the arms as we bring the knees in. Now if you take those legs up towards the ceiling when you extend, it's easier and safer on the back if you have back issues. If you want to challenge yourself, you can extend and bring those legs lower down to the mat. So just whatever is your capability and your level. For 3 more. 2, and last one. Bring those knees up towards the chest, head down and rock from side to side. From here, we're going to extend the legs and we're going to go into roll up. From here, we'll have the feet flexed, legs are straight or bent. I'll start with bent legs in case it's too challenging to do it with straight legs. From here, you're going to take the arms up and over the head. They're going to be hovering just above the ground to ensure that the lowest rib in your back is still on the mat and you've got a fairly neutral spine. From here, you inhale as you start to take the arms up, and then on the exhalation, you bring that chin towards the chest, round the upper body, peel it off the mat, start to straighten the legs, flex the feet, and reach forward, looking down. Draw in the deep abdominals by scooping that belly button back towards the spine. Shoulders away from the ears. From here you inhale. You exhale as you scoop in that belly button and slowly come all the way down. Bending those knees, taking those arms up and over. Inhale as you take the arms up. Exhale as that chin comes towards the chest. Round the upper body, peel it off the mat. Engage those abdominals, straighten the legs, flex the feet, and reach forward, shoulders away from the ears. And again, inhale. To exhale, as you scoop in the deep abdominals, tuck in that tailbone, bend the knees, take the arms up and over. Now with straight legs, it's very important that the feet are always flexed, reaching out through those heels, and then making sure that those legs are firmly cemented to the mat at all times. So off we go. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale, chin towards chest. Scoop in the deep abdominals. Draw in that belly button. Reach forward. Shoulders away from the ears. Inhale. Exhale as you scoop in the deep abdominals. And roll all the way back. And just keep going. Inhale to exhale. For 2 more. And last one. And when you come up, you're going to stay up into that C curve. So we're looking down. We're scooping in the deep abdominals by drawing that belly button back towards the spine. From here, I'd like you to bring the legs together. Feet are still flexed. And now you're going to roll back, but only halfway. So you've got that C curve still going on in the back. You're going to turn the hands so the palms are facing each other. And then you're going to take the arms out to the side. Squeezing those legs, bring the arms forward. And back out to the side. And forward. For 2 more. Last one. From here, inhale, exhale as you come all the way back, take the arms up and over the head, and we go again, inhale. To exhale as you roll up off the mat, reaching forward into that C curve, scooping in those deep abdominals, you're going to roll back halfway. Nice C curve, tucking in the tailbone, squeezing the legs together, you're going to take both arms up. And forward, up, and forward, for 3 more. And last one. From here, inhale, exhale, tuck in that tailbone, and come all the way down, taking the arms up and over. We're going to do 2 more sets. Inhale, to exhale. Peeling up and off the ground, reaching forward, drawing in the deep abdominals. Inhale to exhale as you come halfway. And then we're going to take the arms out to the side, and forward, and out, and forward. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, exhale, and roll back. Last set. Inhale to exhale, lift. Keep those legs on the floor. Flex those feet. Looking down, scooping in the deep abdominals. Roll back halfway. Nice C curve in the back. And now take those arms up and forward and up. And forward for 3, 2, and last one. And roll all the way down. Taking the arms up and over. Now take the arms to the side. We're going to go into another bridge, and this time we're going to do leg kicks. So we bend those knees. Make sure those feet are hip width apart, but the heels are underneath the knees, quite close to the bottom. Your back is in neutral, arms are by the side, palms facing down. We're going to inhale. We exhale as we curl the tailbone, lift those hips, and vertebrae by vertebrae we peel the spine up off the mat. Lifting those hips up, making sure those ribs are relaxed, but in a nice diagonal with the hips and the knees. From here we inhale. We exhale as we take the right leg into tabletop. We're going to extend the right leg up towards the ceiling, lifting those hips, flexing that foot. We're going to bring that leg all the way down, and then point the foot as it comes up. Flex to go down, and then point to come up for 3 more. 2 more, and last one. Bend the knee, bring the foot down, lift those hips, inhale. Exhale as you take the left leg into tabletop. Extend the leg up towards the ceiling, flex the foot, bring the leg down towards the mat, point the foot to come up, flex to come down, point to come up for 3, 2, and last one. Bend the knee, place the foot down, lift those hips, inhale. Exhale, soften the chest bone and vertebrae by vertebrae, come all the way down onto the mat. Lovely. Bring those knees up towards the chest, hug those knees and rock from side to side. Now turn the head to the left and then to the right. And then to the left and then to the right. From here, you're going to place the hands behind the thighs. You're going to rock back and then rock forward into sitting. The last exercise we're going to do is the saw. So from here, your legs are mat width or hip width open, and you're going to sit nice and tall on the centre of the sit bone. So really lift that waist up off the hips. Now, if you've got lower back issues or tight hamstrings, you might want to bend the knee slightly, but keep those feet flexed. Really reach out through the heel, activating that leg. From here, we're going to take the arms out to the side. We're going to lift that waist up off the hips. We're going to reach out through the top of the head, and then we're going to rotate the rib cage only over to the right. And then come back to center. And then we're going to rotate the rib cage to the left. And then come back to center. And keep going to the right, just the rib cage, keeping the hips looking forward. And then come back to center as you lift that waist up off the hips, reaching out through the top of the head, and then over to the left. And back to center. So now we're going to do the saw. We rotate the rib cage to the right again. And then we start to round the back as the little finger comes towards the little toe and we look behind. The palm of the hand at the back is facing up towards the ceiling. And then we come back up to center, lifting that waist up off the hips. Then we rotate the rib cage only to the left. We start to round the back as we bring that little finger towards the little toe and look behind. Palm of the hand facing up towards the ceiling. And then we lift up, reaching out through the top of the head, lifting that waist up off the hips. And we go again. We rotate. We round the back, little finger towards little toe, and then back to center. And again, rotate. Round the back, little finger towards little toe, and back to center for 4 more. Rotate. Round the back. Up to center. Rotate. Round the back. And up to center. Lift that waist. Rotate. Round the back. And up to center. Lift that waist. Last one. Rotate. Round the back. And lift to center. Bring the arms down. Cross the legs. Take a deep breath. And you're done. Thank you.